Hello there. Greetings and hello there to one and all my Star Wars children out there. Make sure to like and subscribe. Make this community a better community today by subscribing. Your voice is important to my voice. Thank you for being here. So I didn't really cover Fleet Arena in my free-to-play farming guide. I talked about it a little bit. We talked about Executor. We talked about getting Negotiator Malevolence for Grand Arena, but I just didn't talk a lot about Fleet Arena. So I want to tell you why that is, and you know, maybe it was kind of something I left out. I probably should have addressed it, but I didn't. But I want to talk about why that is, in addition to what I think a free-to-play player should expect from Fleet Arena and building a fleet in general. So here we go. This is my brand new free-to-play account here in 2023. I'm at level 75 right now. You see there, top left, level 75. I am currently sitting at rank 109, and I'm floating right in here between like level 85 to 110 in Fleet Arena. Sometimes I climb to the top 100 most days, but some days I don't. But guess what? I have to be top 50 to get any crystals at all. And I think, to me, this represents the true challenge of free-to-play players in Fleet Arena. Now, people that are Hyperdrive, if you're gonna buy a Hyperdrive bundle, you're gonna pump 20 bucks a month into the account and everything, you know, you'll be able to build up a fleet that'll compete in Fleet Arena pretty soon. And I'm gonna show you two examples. I'm gonna show you, not in addition to this, we're gonna take a look at my Nooch2 Hyper account, my Hyperdrive account, where I actually, you know, there are different things happening in Fleet Arena for me over there. So right here, I'm hovering around that 100 mark, right? And trying to get top 100. Is it really that big of a difference? No. It's 8,000 currency. It's 50 extra Fleet Arena currency. Not a big deal. The Fleet Arena doesn't really matter until you get to those crystals. So it's not something I really sweat a lot every day. But let's take a look at the top, at who's at the top of our Fleet Arena. It looks like right off the bat, the first person at the top of Fleet Arena is a cheater. So there you go. Set, you're a cheater. Congratulations. But look at everybody else here. Here's a 6-star home one with 7-star Geos, a 5-star Houndstooth. I can't get through a 5-star Houndstooth. Here's another 6-star Houndstooth, 6-star Executrix, 7-star. I mean, these guys at the top here. Let's look down to number 10. Number 10 is a 5-star Executrix, 7-star TIE Silencer. There's a Houndstooth again. You know, people at the top of Fleet Arena here, and I'm about 7 weeks into this. I think I'm going on 8 weeks maybe. People are, they're just, and here's another cheater, by the way. People are just, and I don't know why, Capital Games, why can't you identify that that a Fleet Arena is of a certain age? This Fleet Arena is probably 3 to 4 months old, and we have people with 3-star capital ships and 1-star ships climbing. Is there not like a metric? Can you not pull up your databases and see that this is happening and then ban these people? I just don't get it. But USSR forever, wow. So you can see here at the top of Fleet Arena, these are these fleets, 6, 7-star ships, etc. And this guy doesn't have them, but he's probably got a Houndstooth coming off the bench. Let's look at his inventory. No, not a Houndstooth coming off the bench. There it is. Yeah, Houndstooth coming off the bench. Guys, a Houndstooth, farm it every day. Well, let's take a look at what I'm using in Fleet Arena right now. Where are we here? We are in Fleet Arena. If I go into a Fleet Arena battle, I'm looking at, I got a 5-star Executrix with a level 75 target. Other people are gonna have level 85, you know, main characters, and a 5-star. All my Geo fighters are at 5 stars. My Ahsoka's at 5 stars. My Vulture Droid 4 and my TIE Fighter 5 stars. But you can see they're all under leveled. I don't have anybody at level 75 except for Tarkin himself, because I just don't have the currency to keep up, and that's my point. I don't want to tell people to go farm Executrix right away so that you can climb to the top of Fleet Arena, because for several reasons. One, Executrix is a 9-month farm for a free-to-play player. 9+ months to get Executrix free-to-play. In that time frame, you can probably unlock Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, or Sith Eternal Emperor, or Galactic Legend Rey. You can have both Revans farmed with Malik, plus maybe a Celeste team in that time frame. There's a lot of things you can do with your roster in 9+ months that going to get Executor. Now, if you get Executor, you get Imperial Troopers, you get a Bounty Hunter team, you're going to have a Vader team as well. You might be able to farm a Wampa on the side. Okay, I get it. And that's free to play. But the problem with free to play is that even if you can unlock Executrix at 9.5 months, and I'll show you here on my other account here in a minute, you're going to unlock that Executrix at 4 stars. You might be able to save 6,000 crystals and get it to 5 stars, but once you're 9 months into a fleet arena, there's going to be a lot of pay-to-play players in there that are dominating the top 10 to 20 spots with 7-star Executrixes and even some profundities, and who knows by then? Our Sith capital ship will probably be here, or whenever you're watching this, there'll be another capital ship. You're chasing the current meta to advance something in the future that won't be a meta at the time. Now let me jump over to my other account, and we kind of get the idea here where I'm struggling at at level 75, 2 months in to stay in the top 100. So really focusing on Fleet Arena right now for me as a free-to-play player isn't really doing a lot for me. It's not doing anything extra for me as far as crystals. Let me jump over to my Nooch2 Hyper account and show you what I'm talking about. Okay, everybody, here we are on Nooch2 Hyper, and let's pop a different look here. Here we go. Like and subscribe again. So hey, in Fleet Arena Nooch2 Hyper, I'm hanging out in the top 10. I'm going on 7 months on this account. I got Executor unlocked at 6 months. Again, you're not going to be able to do that free to play. And let's take a look at where this fleet shard is at 6 to 7 months. This fleet shard is probably 8 to 9 months old, okay? So if you're lucky enough to, so let's talk about that for a second. Fleet shards open all the time. There's a Discord you can time it out and get in at the beginning of the fleet shard, which will put you in better position, whether you're Hyperdrive or free-to-play or anybody. So I don't know the Discord. Maybe somebody can post it in chat. I've asked for it multiple times. Nobody ever gives it to me. But there's a Discord out there that times out these fleet shards when they open. You can hold your account and then jump in when it opens up. You give you a big advantage that way. But most of us just jump in whenever we get in. You're probably jumping somewhere, between 500 and 1,500 would be the most, well, not common. But anyway, that's where most of us are going to end up. So it's going to take you time to climb to the top. So let's say that this fleet shard is 8 to 9 months old. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 executors and profundities at the top of it. And most of them, we got a few 4 stars. I'm a 4-star. Here's a 4-star. Here's a 4. There's 3 4 stars. Everybody else is 5, 6, or 7 stars. Now there are some interesting Executrix fleets that are competing up here. So if you're a free-to-play player, this may be something you want to pay attention to. We have this Executrix with Darth Vader. That's going to be a Relic 5 Darth Vader, the TIE Bomber, Gar Saxon's Gauntlet, and they're both at Gear 12 for that. Let's take a look at the rest of these ships. I don't remember who else he's got coming in on deep. I think that the TIE Shuttle, yeah, the Emperor's Shuttle is coming in for reinforcement, Houndstooth for a reinforcement, and then probably TIE Interceptor here. TIE Defender would look really nice in this fleet too. So if you could farm this thing up in like 6 to 8 months, that wouldn't be a bad deal. But you're still, even with this, you're going to be challenged to fall behind. But if you're going to be a free-to-play player in Fleet Arena, this would really, if you want to compete there, I think this is the kind of fleet you should be shooting for, that Empire fleet with TIE Defender. You won't be able to farm TIE Interceptor because that's only going to be available in Proving Grounds to you. But TIE Defender in there, I think with that in there and the Emperor's Shuttle and Houndstooth, you could make a difference in Fleet Arena. So I'll make that caveat. I hadn't really thought about that before, but that would get you to the top. Now that's not a bad fleet. I probably need to make a different video about that, but here I'm just talking about the fact that 8 to 9 months into this fleet shard, there's several executors and profundities, right? Now I know that for example, somebody's got Jay Snuggins also has a profundity on his roster too. So there's a lot to get over. So even if you got 9 months in and you're able to farm a 4-star Executrix and you enter the fleet shard at the exact moment it opened, which is very unlikely, you're probably more like, you'd probably be 2 months behind these guys, right? Even if you got to there with a 4-star Executor, you'd be behind all these guys. You're probably then going to all have 7-star Executors. So, and then again, you're chasing the previous meta, that new Sith fleet. I don't know if that's going to like take over as the top fleet and the Executor has trouble beating it. I don't know how that's going to work in the future. So I want to temper expectations for free-to-play players. And what I'm trying to say is, yeah, I do think, and by the way, let's take it. My rank is number 8 here. I do think you should go after fleets, and let me show you why. I just don't think Fleet Arena. I'm just concerned that if I tell you you'll climb to the top of Fleet Arena 9 months into the game, if you get an executor, that you go farm it, and then all of a sudden you're not climbing to the top, and I've advised you poorly, okay? Now, you might be able to, maybe you can, but I just don't want to give you poor advice. Now, there's a caveat to all this. Farming the executor early is going to make you a really good Grand Arena player. Getting this executor here puts me ahead of rosters. Now, let's look at my roster right now and my opponent's roster. Right now, my opponent, Bigaspoli, hello Bigaspoli, how are you? He's in Bronzium 2, that's where I am too. And he's got a 5.6 million account. He's got a Galactic Legend in there, he's got Inquisitors in there, Revens, Grievous, CLS. I mean, just a filled up 5.6 million roster. Whereas my account is at, you can see some Gear 12s in my 2.8 million. I've got some relics in there. I've got Wampa, which is a big help in Grand Arena. I got a Relic Bounty Hunter squad because I got the Executor. I've got a decent Imperial Trooper squad. I got Vader. I've got a Qui-Gon Jinn Omicron Jedi Knight Anakin team. And then I'm kind of just taking my shots at stuff. I got an okay, moderately okay CLS team. And I'm almost 7 months into this account. But I'm half of this guy's galactic power, but he wasn't able to clear me, so that gives me a shot. Now, am I going to be able to clear him? I'm not sure. He's got big teams on the front. I can see a gas there already. I see a Jedi Knight Revan team up here. So I've got some big. These are big hurdles to get over. A lot of times mods. But it's just a side note. My mods will save me in a lot of these battles, and you know I've been able to beat gas with Wampa, for example, because my mods are awesome. These are low relic gas. So farming these teams early, the Executrix early, can really help you. Executor early can really help you in Grand Arena. And the higher you climb up in Grand Arena, the better your reward, your daily crystal output is from that. The better your rewards for the end of season are, your output there. So you're gonna get a lot of crystals for Grand. So I do recommend the Executor, and getting Negotiator and Malevolence, by the way, I said it yesterday, you've got to be in that Geo, that you got to get your Geos farmed, you got to get into a guild that is doing Geonosis territory battles. It's over here right now. We can take a look at this right now. You got to get into a guild that is doing at least Geonosis territory battles, because you get your get 1 currency and your get 2 currency in there. And you need to be farming Malevolence and or Negotiator ASAP in that shop. And I showed it to you yesterday. I'll show it to you again here. That get 3 currency, you're not going to have that. But this get 2 currency right here, you need to farm Malevolence, or you say I have Negotiator max at 7 months. Now I was fortunate. I knew people. I was able to get into I was able to get into a really good guild right off the bat. I have advantages there, but there's no reason that 6 to 7 months into the game you can't have Negotiator at 5 or 6 stars just by farming Geos early and often. And you can find a guild out there that's doing Geo territory battles that will say, as long as you're farming your Geos up, we'll take you in early. As long as you get your tickets, get all your farming done every day. They're out there. Go look at the Galaxy SWGH forums. There's a lot of recruitment out there. You can look at my Discord, join my Discord, and you can find them out there. But you need to get Negotiator and Malevolence too. Those are, and they'll help you in Fleet Arena as well. I guess that's all I'm trying to say, guys. So I do think you should farm toward the Executrix early on. It's the lowest hanging fruit for the max level fleet, with teams that you can get easily. Profundity is a much more difficult farm right now, and that Sith, whenever the Sith capital ship comes out, it's going to be even more difficult to get that. But I don't want you to think that you're going to get Executor unlocked at 4 stars, maybe 5 stars if you're able to save a bunch of crystals, and it's going to automatically change your life in Fleet Arena. It might, but it will change your life in Grand Arena. So that's what I'm really trying to say with all of this. Keep all this in mind. You do need to get Malevolence and or Negotiator. I do like the idea, and maybe we'll delve a little bit more into this. Maybe I'll talk about this tomorrow. I'll come up with an alternative fleet for a brand new fleet of free-to-play players, and it'll be this Empire fleet that we got going on here. Maybe I'll play a battle against it just to show you what he's got going on. So there you are, everybody. Thanks for tuning in today. I appreciate it. This is my addendum number 1 to the free-to-play farming guide in 2023. Free-to-play farming in 2023. Should you farm the executrix? What do you do with Fleet Arena? What do you do with your fleets? Hopefully this helps you. I think there's a little bit of rambling here. I apologize for that. Hopefully this helps you in your farming goals as you look around and see everything around you. I hope you have a great day. And of course, always remember, Nooch too good. Like and subscribe.